Hello again, it's me, Milton, Little Milto channel. Tonight we're going to have a look at the DCD996 from DEWALT. Now, this is it here. What do you get? Well, first of all, you get quite a robust chuck, which is quite robust. Right, there's usually a handle on it, but I'm not using the handle today. That's staying off, right? The handle's in the box, I'm not going to bother getting it out. Here, this is your actual clutch. For the E-clutch, this is a selector here, which on here also has drill mode and it also has hammer mode. We're going to have a bit of a look at hammer mode first for a reason. Right, up on top here you have a 3-speed selector. This drill has 3 speeds, right? 1, 2 and 3. It can get a bit confusing at times when you're going on about this speed and that speed, right? But however, it has 3 speeds. Anyway, the black stuff is usually that soft rubbery stuff, which is actually nylon based, I think it is. I'm not going down that route. And of course here we have our forward and reverse switch here on it, which here is our trigger here. Coming down, as you see, the light is slightly on at the moment. On this one we have something rather special. It actually has a torch on it, right? So we can turn this up and it gets brighter. It should just shine up on the camera nicely, and if we go over to the other setting, it remains on constantly. I think it remains on constantly, I think for something like 20 minutes or so, right? As this isn't my drill, I'm a bit etchy on some of the things on it, like this is my son's drill, not mine, right? This type of drill here, that's my drill there, right? But I don't really use this one. It's actually quite a bit heavier than this, believe it or not. However, that's just a big Makita. More about that maybe in a little bit. Anyway, we'll do that and we'll switch that light off. We don't need it on, and that is bright. The advantages of having this torch under there in the brighter light is it means you can't actually physically use this as a actual torch as well to see where you're going in the dark. It's very good and it is a good system. The DCD996, it has the same idea on it as well. I must admit, nice. It is a good system. As you can see again, the rubber on the handle. We have the traditional magnet here to put your bits in, like so, or put screws in like so. I'll try to show you. Very handy for shoving some few screws in. And of course you've got them there like that, and of course as you're putting your screws in, you just pull them up and goes another one. Very good idea. It's absolutely brilliant. Really, all drills should actually copy this. Customary belt hook, which again is left and right, and of course this can be put onto the left and the right as well, whichever way you are. Battery, usual. This is a new style battery you're going to start getting from DEWALT. This comes out with the kit with the impact. I'm not going to go on about that and shove that on the table. It's too big. Goes in. Usual DEWALT Rattly battery as well. Fine. So really, this is what you've got. Anyway, so why are we going to go on about this, and why are we calling this Is It Any Good? Right, we're going to look at Masonry first. What this thing does is, when you've got this on Masonry on 3rd speed, right, and you're going in, it automatically moves this up to something like 2,200 RPM, because in 3rd speed it spins at 2,000 RPM. Does it actually give us all the speeds on this? Right, without actually me making a dot going. Okay, 1st speed 450, that looks like to me, without my glasses on. You can correct us if you want on the thing below, I'm not bothered. Let's see what the next speed is. The next speed is 1,300 for its 2nd speed. 3rd speed is 2,000. And when you jump into hammer mode, it then starts spinning at 2,250 RPM by the looks of that. If I'm wrong on that, you can correct us on that. Beats per minute, God only knows. Try to see this here, like. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe that's a different figure there. Maybe that's 22,000 something or other. God only knows how many beats per minute is on it like. But this thing is rapid, and that's what I'm going to show you. The first time we used this, we were both surprised with it. You can in Masonry go up to 13 mil. 13 mil in steel, and 55 mil I think in wood, right? And I'm not joking you, that's a fair old size. Unbelievable. Anyway, back to the Masonry. 13 mil you can drill, and I'm going to be honest with you on this. In the house we'll go up to 8 mil, depending on the drill, whether it's 6 or 8, right? we'll go up to there, and after that we're going SDS. So really we haven't really got any 13mm bits to put in this, or 12mm bits, or maybe even 14, probably do even 16. Sorry, we haven't got them. We just go SDS. So we have 6 and we have 8mm bits in the house, and that's about it. We have everything under 8mm floating around as well, but we don't have big masonry bits, percussion for this, so that isn't happening. Right, now that's out of the way. Why are we doing this? Well, what happened was, this has an electric clutch on it. It's not the usual type of ratchet type clutch, like this type here. Like that, right? It's very silent. I'll see if I can give you a quick demonstration on that, just now. So I don't take my hands off, right? See? That's what it does. You grab it, full speed. Right? So anyway, more about how the clutch works later, right? The other thing is, if you're expecting to see me drilling holes in wood and everything, forget that. One of the things that really doesn't get covered too much on this, right, is the masonry bit of it, but the electric clutch. Most reviewers do seem to have a bit of a problem with this, and this is why this is here. Because I bought this, which is the Makita DTP, I said this, I'll read it again, Makita DTP141Z. What is it? It has 4 modes. It has screwdriving mode, it has drill mode, it has hammer action, yes, it has hammer action, and it has impact, yes, impact. The problem was a bit complicated when I looked at the bit at the front here, with all the little bits and pieces. I wonder what this. So I went into the instructions and I looked at it. Yes, I did cheat, I went into the instructions. And what I found was, just here, right, looking at screwdriving mode, it gives you all these little bits in the newtons of torque that the actual settings, power settings that have on it actually have, which is quite good actually. Which is surprising. When you're in torque setting 9, you get 11.5 newton meters of torque low, and on high speed you only get 5.8 newton meters of torque. And I'll tell you, it's surprising how powerful that actually is. Anyway, on here gives you a chart on the drill size and the pilot hole. And that got me thinking, I'm always having a go at the electric clutches. So I had a bit of an experiment with this. I've done a video for this, by the way, it's worthwhile watching. And on this, you can see here some of the holes that I actually did and put into place, right? The screws are out now, you see, but I've already prepared another one for this one. And what actually happened was, as you can see, the bits of little plickies and everything, but they weren't there actually at the time. They all happened when the screws came out. I was playing with the electric clutch and a pilot hold, but that was only 4mm, 4x50mm. We are going 5x50. We're amping it up. Because that video that I did with this, right, the Makita DTP141Z, it's still fresh in my mind, and I want to keep it there. And I sort of thought, right, I'm going to make the video on this one. So that's what it's about. If you want to see this thing going through wood and all the rest of it, there are plenty of guys on YouTube that have made videos on it, and they concentrate on this, right? I mean, they spend most of the video just showing you how powerful this is. So how powerful is it? Massive debate about this. Nobody knows. DEWALT have rated this at 95 newton meters of torque in first, right? It's on about third. It floats about 60. And I kind of do agree it's about 60, right? But what is it in first? 95? No. The guys that use this, and I have to admit, I think they're right on it, because on what it actually puts in, this has got a lot more power than that. So what is it? We don't know. Nobody knows. So there's no point me actually trying to add tuppence worth into it. All we know is it's about 60 newton meters of torque in third, and we'll leave it there. Right. So back to screwdriving. So this is what happened, because I had to look at the instructions for this, for its E-clutch. It says pilot hole. I've been through the DEWALT instructions. It does not state that, right? Now this isn't a head-to-head, because this here would massacre this. Trust me on this, it's a way more powerful drill. Right? This is just something for doing slightly lighter jobs. Okay, as I said, I've done a video on this. It's worthwhile watching. I split it into 2, And yes, it's one of my legendary long-winded videos. Like, this will probably turn into be a long-winded video as well. Anyway, we've done enough chatting here. I think I've covered most things on this just now, right? So we'll go away, we'll get the 6 and we'll get the 8, and I'm getting 2 6s and 2 8s for a reason. Because one will be a cheaper typo bit and one will be a slightly more expensive bit. So, in other words, right, is it any difference when you use a cheap bit or an expensive bit in this? Because I'm quite curious to find out, because I have used this in masonry, right, and I was quite surprised just how good it is. So we'll head off now to the cellar, we'll get set up down there, and we'll put some holes in the wall that I need to put in to try and dry the wall out. Story for another time on another video on that one. Okay then, let's go to the cellar and do the holes first of all. Okay then. Okay, first up, the 6mm bit. Now, listen to the difference. Again. That's the difference it makes. Now it's in hammer mode. Right, let's go. Okay. It's noisy. Right, you see how quick that was. Right, let's grab another 6mm bit from another unknown company. Right, okay, we'll just go down to this one here. Right. Not bad. Yeah, I had to push a bit harder on that one, but no, still did it though. Pretty rapid too. Okay then, 8mm. Up a bit. A bit more. Right then. Just come along here a little bit, I think, yeah? We'll come up a bit. We'll come up a bit. Right, but there, eh? Wait a bit, slow down. At least it is showing out little bits of like dusty bits and everything, because this wall is really damp. This is why I'm putting holes in it, in the vain hope that eventually it'll breathe off out, because some idiot put tar all over here and unfortunately it just keeps the dampness in. It was a clever idea. Right, well, one more and we'll get the other bit. Okay, surprise, surprise, nice. Right, 3 more holes. It's a bit wetter up here. One more. Okay, that was a bit harder, I must admit. Right, so you've seen this now, and you've seen how quick it can be. As I said, you can do 13mm with this. I don't do that with this. It's SDS. After 8, right away, it's SDS. We use SDS most of the time anyway. These are just like for little jobs, like 4 holes in the wall, things like this. And I must admit, it is fast. I mean, I used the Makita, the one I just showed you upstairs, the slightly bigger one. And for a Makita, that's pretty good. But this knocks spots off it though. This is brilliant. Right then, don't know what I did with the on off switch, just bear with you, got it. Right, now we head back upstairs again. Cool. Was the right button for this? There it is. Okay then, now we're back out the cellar again and we're getting set up. That was quite impressive. Then again, it would be. As far as I know, this is the best 18 volt drill for masonry on the marketplace that does percussion. It's unbelievable. I reckon that's even probably faster than SDS. However, I'm not going to put that one to the test, to be honest with you. I just don't think so. So that's that in masonry. The drill bits that were used were Kangol and Erbauer bits, right? The Erbauer bits were actually cheaper than the Kangol bits, which was quite not surprising, I suppose I could say. So however, which one was which? I don't know. I just mixed them up and just grabbed them and threw them in. And you can see, hang on a minute, which one was which? Exactly. That's how good that is. It doesn't seem to matter what bits you actually put in this. It just rips in there. It is that good. But then again, it kind of cheats. That's one way of kicking Milwaukee's butt end, because it gives it an extra 200 RPM. And it works too. Well done DeWalt for that one. Nice one, I'll give you it. Right, but compared with things like this, and this one here, no. Which one won between these two? There wasn't a lot of difference in it. Just that this had more power and it kept turning that bit more, right? So it didn't really slow down. And that wall stuff's pretty claggy. It's not bringing out a lot of dust. It's actually clagging up on the flute or the actual drill bits, and that's what slows it down. But this did well, right? So however, we're going to be looking at the electric clutch now, not looking at wood, putting holes in it. These drills here are a little bit too powerful for me, because I'm disabled. I have to sit down and use them. It's okay saying, well, we've thought about this. If I'd used the big handle that comes with this, he still wouldn't have stopped it really from happening. He might have stopped it from happening as bad, but then again it could have moved the table. This is a self-feed 40mm DeWalt Bosch bit, sorry. Ah, yeah, that's right. One of them self-feed Bosch, right? This was the bit I was using in this, in its second speed. And when I was using it, it ripped right out of my hand. The drill, I was like this, just blowing away with it, and it ripped right out of my hand. Of course, when it ripped out of my hand, it automatically stopped because my finger came off the trigger. And me and my sons were looking at it, and it had actually moved the table. So in other words, if I had had the big handle on, we reckon it probably moved the table as well now. So really, these drills in wood for me, no thank you. Well, I'll stick to things like this at 60 and 70 Newton meters of torque. This is 60, right, and 70. I can handle them, but these big things, no. No, even I don't use the big Milwaukee that we've got as well, because we've got the big one that does 135. We've also got the Hitachi 135. We were going to do a big review on them, but then we decided, because it was a bit too dangerous for me to use drills that big, we thought, nah, we won't bother. We just got a nice collection of big drills. If you want to have a little chit chat about them, I will do sometime. Anyway, back to this. So anyway, electric clutches, I was a bit, how can I put it, a bit anti-electric clutch, but they do work. They work in three main areas, right? Pan-headed washers, pan-head screws, pan-headed washers as well. They work brilliant because, again, they've got, let's get one out to show you. I'll put some in as well, actually, and show you what I mean by that. Because they've got a nice big flat bit on there, they actually have a lot of resistance. Machine screws, because they have resistance as well, because they're quite a bit big in the top. Nuts and bolts and things like this, they're brilliant. When it comes to flat-headed screws, which, I'll show you, this is called a flat-headed screw. You might say it's a countersink. Well, it has a countersink on it, but the wood guys, the wood elves, right, they actually say it's a flat-headed screw. That's its proper title. Again, I've heard about a debate about this. The ones with the fancy dancy bits and the double countersink head with the ribs underneath, right? Really and truly, they are double countersink screws with a flat head. But really, to get round this, if you're saying flat heads, it's the ones without all the fancy cutting bits and reaming bits and everything in it. That's what you're saying, the standard screws without all the gadgets on it. And now when you say double countersink screw, you're on about these ones with all the fancy bits on them. Anyway, we've done that. Now, the E-clutches. I made a video on how to set them up. That's fine. This is not a video on how to set them up. This is a video on how really what Makita is saying here, you're supposed to use it. You could say, well, but is this underpowered? Actually, no, it's not. This thing was actually pushing a 100mm screw, a 6x100mm screw. In fact, I've got it here, this screw here. It was actually pushing this in on its 4th clutch setting, because it has 9, on low speed admittedly, very slowly, but it did it. It actually put it in, no problem. There was no slowdown or anything. He just put the damn thing in. So I'll have a look at is a bit of speed differences between these. It's not a head-to-head, right? This would massacre this. This is a completely different IDEWA tool compared with this one. So I will have a quick shot weight, and I'll show you, because I've only used this on 4mm and not 5mm. I'll see how it performs on 5mm. But this, we're going to have a look at it today with this board here, not the one I just showed you before, this one. I've got some countersink ones. I've drilled some pilot holes and I put them close to the edge on some of them. Then we'll have a look at the fancy dancy ones, how it pushes them in, right, with the E-clutch, right? So I'll now go away, get this thing set up so we can very quickly get on with it and I can stop yakking on. Okay, we're doing up there it is. Right then, these are the screws that aren't fancy dancy from this firm here, and these ones here are the fancy dancy ones from this firm here, right? You can read them if you want. Well, I can't remember what the firm was. They were just screws I picked up off Amazon, right? The only thing I'll say about these ones are they're almost as good as Spark screws, and they're a lot cheaper. These ones are dirt cheap, and I mean they are cheap, but they're good quality screws and they work. Do they have any corrosion resistance on them? These have a bit of corrosion resistance. These not really, but well, that's up to you. Right, now what I've done is we're on speed 3. I've moved the clutch setting up to 5, right? So I'm going to have a look at that and see how it goes in. I'm not going to go in lower, because really and truly you should be going in quite fast. But E-clutches aren't fast. Let me explain. Just turn this down to 1 and pull the trigger, right? Didn't hear much there. Right. When I went to 3, it got a bit faster, right? 5. So this is going to be pretty fast. Well, this is definitely faster than what this one is, but then again, this is just something a little bit smaller and different. Right then, let's see what happens when we put this screw in here first, right? Alright, obviously that's too high. It buried it. So we'll come down to 3. Alright, we'll get another one. It buried that, that was my fault. Right, we're on 3. Went out. We'll try 4 then. This is what I mean, a bit tricky. Now I'll try and stop from... Right. Right, there we go. Right, it seems to want to have that setting, which is number 4. Okay then, right, we'll try that again without slipping off. Oh, stop dead. Strange. Okay then, we might actually have to turn this down. Try again. Yeah. I'll try one more. I might have to go for speed 2 on this one. Show you what I mean. Now we're going to have to go for maybe speed 2. We'll try speed 2. We're on 3. We'll try 2. We'll see what happens. This is what I mean. Electronic clutch is completely and utterly different. Right, we'll try this one. Right, yeah. Speed 2. Right. Once again, if you actually did watch that video, you'll probably find, yeah, remember you were on speed 2 the last time when you were doing this. Okay. Anyway, right, we've got that in. These here were a little bit of failure, and what I'll do is we'll just get this one out. Right. So we'll try again. A different hole. Right. Just pulling it in a bit, but it's an E-clutch. So we'll have a look at that. And then we're on 2. Right. We'll try again. Not quite in. And the other thing you can do to put them in all the way is this. Although you maybe have to turn it up a bit to do this. But this is E-clutches. This is what they're like. This is what they do. Right. And as I said, it did say pilot holder, but not on the DEWALT. I didn't find any instructions on how to use the screwdriver. Right, pulled that in. Kind of pulled it down a bit. Right, we'll put some more in. Okay, fine. Gone pretty good actually. Right. Yep. Just remember, this is on 2 and 2. What happens if I put it on 1? Good question. Let's put it on 1. Actually, I'll put it on 1, put it back in here. Oh wow. Pulled that in pretty good. Right then. I'll try another one on 1. Try this one here on 1. Right. Wow. That's on 1. And it's pulling it in. Fine. Okay, then we'll put some more in on 1. 5mm on 1 with a pilot hole. Wow. Right. That's only enough pulling them in. Huh? Yeah, get close to the edge. Right. So anyway, we're doing quite good here. So what would happen if we put it on 1, 1? Good question. Don't know. Let's try that. 1 on 1. Yeah, 1 on 1. Let's see what happens. It'll be dead slow now. Yeah, just overburies it then. And just total chewed that up. So really, it is really about speed 2. Right. I'd like to really try it on speed 3, but well, it just seems to be doing the job. Right. So anyway, we'll go back onto 2 and 1. 2 and 1. We'll see what we get. 2 and 1. Because we've got pilot holes anyway. Right. Done that. And now we've done this. Right, okay. I've done all them. Now I'm curious now. We've got a bit in there. Right, we'll get rid of this. We'll fire this up. Have a look at this. This is on 6 and 2. Right. Let's see what happens with this. Should turn it down a bit. I'm going to turn it down a bit. I'm going to turn it on to 1, 2, 3. I'm going to turn it on 4. See what happens. Right. Yeah. 6. No, I don't like that either. Okay, we'll try 7 then. I'll tell you what. I'll just try another screw. It could just be too much friction. No, it wants to go even higher than that. 8. Ooh, 8. Oh, 8. My heck. Alright then, we're on 9. I go any higher than that, end up in top mode. Yeah. 9, I'll take it in, doesn't quite set them flush though. Right, we'll just pop these in. No, it's not going in. Is there a knot there or something? Nope, no excuse for that. Right, I'm going to move these because they haven't went in. Got some screws in my hand, so that's okay. Right. No, it's not taking them in. For some unknown reason, this might actually have to go into a lower actual speed. Right, I'm just going to pull this out. I've found out what I wanted to find out. It's not that darn well good. Right, I'll show you now, put them in there, what this has actually done here. I'll try and point them out to you. Right. Okay, hit the camera. Right. As you can see along here, right, these, forget some of these here, they were till I got this clutch setting set, right. Then later on when I turned it down, you can start seeing a difference, right. Now, yeah, some of them are a bit proud, some of them are setting flat, flush in and pull some of the wood in with them, right. But this is what E-clutches do. These flat-headed countersunk, sorry, yeah, flathead screws which are countersunk, right. And this is what they actually do, right? They're always that little bit more uneven. But let's face it, that seems to be what they do. Now, we won't bother just yet doing the whole line along here with what happens when they're actually countersunk into place. Actually, we should really do that. We'll do that now. And then we'll have a look at the fancy dancy ones to see how they go in as well, right? To see what we get. Fair. Right. Come on in, little DeWalty, back you come. Right, now, DeWalt again. We're on 1 and 2 on the speed, right? Oh, sorry, wrong screws. Right, fine. Okay then, now I countersunk these ones with a special countersink bit and pilot hold them. Same size of hole, right? Which the hole size was 3.5, right? They recommended a hole size between, 3.3, 3.6. Well, I only had a 3.5, so I thought that'll do the trick. Okay then. Okay. Can I? No, can't. There we go. I'll leave it in that. It's burying them. Right. We're going to move this up onto 3. I'm going to leave it on 2. And let's see what happens. Because it is actually starting to pull them in a bit and bury them. Right. It's a bit better. I'll have to turn it on. Ooh, that was nice. Actually, that one was nice. That was perfect, that. Yeah. It is a thought. If you actually pilot hole and countersink the screws, they're perfect. Wait till you see this. And look at the speed it's going at as well. A lot faster than this. I'm not slagging the electric clutch down on this. It is what it is. Again, the electric clutch on this is what it is. The beauty with this is, this has impact mode. So, if things ain't running right, you just switch to impact mode. It's really for small fasteners actually, to be honest with you. But it will do big ones. Not better than a bit, but well. Normal clutches do that as well. It's when the underbury that problems start. Right. Quite impressed with that. That was on 3 and 2, sorry. Right, we'll go for 1 now. We'll change it now, we're going down to 1 now. Okay? So we're on speed 3, clutch 1. Still pretty fast and still pretty powerful as well. Slightly burying them even at that. But again here, if they don't bury them, it's easier to sort them out. But if they over bury them, then you got to pull them back again. And this is on 1 and 1. Right. Okay. There we go. Right, we've done that. Let's have a look and see what it's actually done. Right. In actual fact, there isn't a lot of difference, believe you me. Which is a surprise, surprise. But you can get it. So I can lose you and forget where you are. Okay then, back up again. Right. Back over again. Now, I'm trying to go forward a bit. As you can see, well, that was the first one, buried. And then I started playing about with the setting, and then it did these. These went in perfect, and these were on 2. Then, again, I switched it, and I went to 1, and you can see they pulled in slightly. Again, more experience with electric clutches, and I think you'd start learning and figuring out how they actually work. I picked decking, because decking's supposed to be a hardwood. Yeah, no, I can't figure that one out myself. So anyway, we've done that. Now you've seen it. And of course you've seen this. Now that is nowhere near as nice as what these ones here have came out. So I think the answer is to this one, if we're going to start using electric clutches, and they've got to become more and more prevalent in some of the other drills, which there's getting quite a few drills out there with these electric clutches, I think we're going to have to start going back to the old method of countersinking again. Because if we don't, we end up with disasters. Well, you've got to say, well, what happens if you just shove one in then without... Okay then, I'll do that for you. This is just forward, straightforward, no fancy dancy bits, no pilot holes, nor nothing. Right, I'll just put one in for you. Oh. Would help if I used the right tool. Okay. Oh, I didn't like that at all, did it? It's okay then. So I'll turn the stop settings up to 7. We'll see what happens. See what I mean? Got to learn these torque settings. Okay, then we'll go back down to say 4. That was a disaster. 4. Right. Okay, we'll try 3. This is going good. Not. Okay, we'll try again. Ow, that was hot. Try this slightly. There we go. Actually, speed seems to have a lot to do with it when they're going in. Right, one more. We'll try and keep away from the knot. We'll come to the other side of it. And it buried it. Okay, we'll try 2 then. We're on 2 now. Clever stuff. This is getting really good. Right, we'll come in here. I've gone a bit over there. Why are you slipping off, you stupid screw? Right, we'll come in about there then. Yeah, does it? You don't slip off, it does it. Okay then, fine, right? They will drive them in. Right, but the point is this, what about the fancy dancy ones that have all got the little bells and whistles and everything on them? Well, here's the thing. We've been trying these. We'll come over this side and I'll put some in here. We'll see what we get. Now it wants to go up one. Weird. Okay then, we'll go up one. Try one more. We're on 4 now. This could be risky. This could just disappear right into it. Alright. No, it's still sitting there. No. Weird. 5? And yet those other ones buried. Wow, 5. 5, we'll give 5 a go and we'll see what happens. Probably end up in Australia. Is it? Slipped. Camera was in the way as well. Right. Come to this side. Ah, buried it. Yeah. Okay, 5's too much. I split the wood on that one. I'm leaving it and I'll show you it. Split. Now, split the wood. That's because I remind you I did use one of the wrong screws. Yeah, I'm using them. I should be using them. Why didn't you tell me? Bet that's what that was. Yeah, it was. Idiot. Right, I'll have to come in here. Right, get rid of them now. Hide you. So I don't pick you up again. Right. Oh, right. See if I can get this to run. What are we on? We're on 4 and 3. Yeah. Okay, right, just be evening up a bit. Now, speed 3 on 4 with the fancy dancy screws does seem to be working, but I will show you this mess I've got up here. And again, I messed up. There's one of the wrong screws. Nobody told me I was putting the wrong screws in. I picked them up with the box wrong. Right, that one's coming out. Okay then, let's have a look at this mess. Actually, so much not too bad actually. Right, okay then. Get rid of you now. Put you down here. Put it on. Come on. Whoa. Oh yeah, I remember this box. This was the box that we had problems with before and it ripped open. Right, anyway, enough of that. I'll get rid of you as well. Bring you down here. Right, so. Going forward, like so. As you can see, lots of little disasters up on here. But, once I finally realised I stopped picking up the wrong screws, these were all the right ones because I had them on top here, right? This one, and this one, right, more or less went in. I think that was, you know, one of the screws there, right? Slightly proud. But if you have a close look at this, and I'll try and hold it like this, this is one of the problems you get with the E-clutch, right? I'm not knocking it. If this is the way that E-clutches do their job, then that's what we're going to be doing with it, because there's nothing we can do about it. But I will say, the countersink, the pilot hole with countersink, does actually work quite well, and I have to admit that. The fancy dancy screws with all the bells and whistles, I don't know, I don't think they really work too well here. Again, it'd have to be looked at in more. But in saying this, it did do quite well with that line there. It was actually getting it together. So, again here, it works. Some of you might think, well, especially that's bad there. I'll hide that. That is bad. But overall, when you look at it, compared with some of the work I've seen of people, that's good. That's okay. And some people might say, I'm just being too fussy, I'm just going on about it. But if I'm going to be using the electric clutch, it's going to be these screws. I'm going to be countersinking and pilot holing, because I think that actually worked better, you see. And again here, this thing here isn't that powerful, so I get away with this. I'll try putting one in actually. I don't know where it's set actually at the moment, so question one what might happen. What's it on? 9. I'm going to take this right down. I'm going to take it up to 6. Right, with a pilot hole, and that was it with that box there. There you go. Perfect. Straight in. So really, if I'm going to be using this tool, right, that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to do it that way with this tool. Because the bigger screws are not going to take. You're going to have to pilot hole and countersink to get that countersink head in, because it is offering resistance, and then sometimes it doesn't. But then again, that's the wood. We've covered this like before. So then, let's move to the next stage of this like. So okay then, where's the next stage? The next stage is, basically speaking, masonry. This drill kicks ass, right? It's unbelievable. Screwdriving mode, you get what you get. It's electronic clutches. As I've said, there's certain areas where electronic clutches are absolutely awesome, and they're a bit of a grey area when it comes to this type of screw. But that is what it is, and that's what it does. You see me do this in different ways, straightforward, all the rest of it, and the results I get. It's up to you. You can say, nah, totally not useless, I made a garbage job of it. But you see me actually readjust it properly and get it to what, this, that and the other. And as far as I'm concerned, if more drills start coming out with electric clutches on it, you're going to have to get used to it. So therefore, they are what they are. They are brilliant, as I've said, for 3 main things. When it comes to this mode, it gets a bit tricky, but that's what you're going to be dishing out. That's what you've got to be putting out. Because basically speaking, professionals do not bury the screws out of wood. They'll set them as flush as they can. And if you've got some rough wood, like furred up wood, it doesn't matter. Actually, they do a better job there. But on nice smooth finished wood, like this, decking, if I was using decking screws, some people might not accept that and might not like it. Because the one thing you don't want to be doing is walking over this with raised screws like these ones here that I did. They're all raised. You see? So, again, they are what they are. There is one alternative to it. Right, when I find it, yeah, here they are. It's this type of thing here to get around it if you're getting a bit stuck with them. What they are, it's something that the drywall guys have had for years that do drywalling. And what it does is, it stops the screw. It's got a lot of mini clutch inside, so when this bit here hits out, is there a bit in there? Yeah, there is. Right, when it hits inside there, it automatically releases it. Gone, you see. They do a pretty good job all the time, and I did cover that in the video when I was doing the E-clutch. You could use something like that if you want, but I wouldn't use that firm's one. Honestly, it's that bad. There is other firms that do it. A bit more expensive right enough, but they do work better. So you're faced with the problem, is this drill any good? Yes, well it is. Cracking in masonry. You all know if you go online and look at some of the other guys that played with it in wood and ripped all that wood apart, it's absolutely brilliant for that, like. And when it comes to screw driving, yeah, there is 3 areas it excels in. One, it kind of lacks a little bit, but it's like everything else. Some of you will find ways around it. I think I'm just going to actually drill and pilot hole, countersink and pilot hole, sorry, at the same time, and just live with it. It's going to work. As I say, this is my son's. This is my electric clutch, and I'm quite happy with it. Weight wise, actually, leave this for not a lot in it. No, it's maybe slightly heavier. It's a little chunky monkey. This is what I've called it, chunky monkey, because trying to remember that DTP141 is a bit on it, like. So anyway, is there any other grey area? Well, the only other area on it would be the chuck. Yeah, I know, I'm back on the chuck thing if you haven't seen me videos on the warning or this one. DEWALT haven't put a Torx bolt inside, right, to remove the chuck. You remove the Torx bolt first and then you remove the chuck. There isn't one inside, it's pinned now. You can't get the ruddy chucks off, and I've got a problem here because my mate at the service centre that was actually informing us and keeping us up to touch with this, like, this little problem, is actually left. He left kind of under a cloud, actually. It was his fault, but, well, that's it. He openly admits, yeah, it was my fault. Like, anyway, he's got another job. He's working as a mechanic now. This is what he originally did start as, actually. He just thought he'd move into electrics, but he's kind of still in electrics and mechanics bit, because a lot of that is, the engines is electrical anyway. So, anyway, he's doing that. He's happy. Right, what was the problem? By putting this in here, this pin, you can't remove the chuck. So that means if the chuck goes wrong, you've got to replace the clutch, right, the gearbox and the speed selector. They all come in a fixed thing, and they're quite costly. This was the part of the problem. This is what we were trying to find out. How much are these bits? I'm not going to give you a pricing for it because we don't actually know. He wasn't buying them. It was somebody else that was buying them in the service centre, right, and he didn't know that he was going to try and get me one at cost price, but of course he's left now, so I'm not, because I trashed my DCD996, which, no, where the heck that's gone. That's like everything else in here. Things keep coming and going and moving about. When you've got, oh, it's up here, yeah, this one here, DCD996, I took an impact tape trying to remove the chuck to show everybody, like, how not to remove, made a video on this, how not to remove, right, the chucks. And in the process of this, like, I trashed this one. Sounds grindy. Don't worry. Look at that. Oh, that's bad. Right, anyway, we're taking this to bits and pieces sometime. The next thing we'll be doing on a video for me is we're going to be taking, that's back up here, the, Hitachi triple action is coming to little bits and pieces. I'm going to have a look at that because I want a bit of story there. So that's what I'll be doing next once I get this video uploaded onto line. So there you have it. So that's the only grey areas you're going to get with this, to be honest with you. As for that, it's a fantastic drill. My son has got a cracking drill. He's not too keen on the electronic clutch, but, well, they are what they are. I've showed you here today, right? You just got to make the best of it and get on with it. So, anyway, thanks for watching. My name's Milton. Channel's called Little Milto. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you want. I'm easy going about things. Right, so I'll see you the next time when I'll be taking that Hitachi to bits and pieces. Definitely this time. And I'm doing it this weekend. Definite. Okay then, bye now.